Hi guys, welcome back to Nightmare Frames. And when we last left off, I was looking around my boss's office. He is not here right now. Also, I am sorry if I sound a little off. In this episode, I have a wisdom tooth coming in that's been bothering me. And also, I just found out Henry Cavill is leaving The Witcher. So I am in both physical and emotional pain right now, but I'm gonna power through. Also, like 2 minutes before I started recording, my dog started barking at something outside that I can't see and it's dark out, and I don't care for that shit at all. So, I'm a little spooked right now, but I guess, that fits with the theme of the game. So let's, oh, I didn't see this cabinet. Revising your own scripts is already hard enough. You're not going to read other people's. Hold on, I gotta lift my microphone. A little. Okay. Can I use his phone? No. Plant. You've surprised Ruskin talking to the plant once or twice. He argued that he was stimulating its growth. It was a good moment to start a scientific debate, but you were not in the mood for wasting your time with someone who subscribes to quantum therapies and believes in reincarnation. You tried to rip one of the plant's leaves off, but they're firmly attached to the stem. I think they did a Mythbusters episode about that. And I think maybe there's some science to yelling at plants makes them grow worse, and talking nice to them makes them grow better. I can't remember, it was a long time ago that I watched that. But I'm gonna go to another location because I'm not sure what to do here. Also, I realized I don't have anything for him anyway. I did not finish that script, so I don't know what I would even talk to him about. How do I leave? Oh, exit. Here we go. Oh, different person. I do not know who Peter Evans is. Oh no, what happened? Thanks for your cooperation, officer. Good evening. Oh, Goldberg. What a tragedy. What happened? Where's Evans? I'm afraid I've got bad news. Evans committed suicide. What? We're in shock too. We can't seem to make sense of it. But why would he commit suicide? He had everything a man could aspire to. We don't know what goes through other people's minds, Goldberg. Truth is, he seemed more short-tempered than usual lately, but who isn't in this city? I'm sorry also if you could hear my dogs crying. There's nothing wrong with her, she just cries randomly for like no reason. I'm used to it, so sorry about that. Baby, it's okay. It's okay. Alright. What are you doing here? Evans had some essential documents we needed in order to close the sale of the studio to the Japanese. The LA chief of police allowed me to go in and get them. Very kind of him. Hold on, you're selling the studio? That's the plan. They are in charge from now on. Lucky me, they want to keep the current corporate board. I had an appointment to talk about the project. Ah, yes. Well, let us talk about it, okay? As you know, Evans was the only one protecting your project from the rest of the executives. Now that he's gone, I'm afraid we won't be following through with the movie. Anyway, I don't think it would have been made even with Evans, now that the studio will be in the hands of the Japanese. They're more Godzilla than Kurosawa, if you know what I mean. The trend is action heroes like Stallone or Schwarzenegger, or otherwise movies like the ones Amblin is making. I'm afraid there won't be any room for high-budget dramas such as the ones you're proposing. We are grateful for Peter Evans' work. The studio pulled through its worst time thanks to him. But it's 1985, Goldberg. Teens rule the box office now. I hope you understand. Anyway, since you're here, I've got something to show you. I found this in the desk next to the office phone. Barry Landau pulls out the letter with a letterhead that reads Flying Saucer Pictures. It seems to be a small, low-budget studio focused on fantasy or horror movies. You can't grasp why Evans committed suicide, but even less why that was in his office. Peter Evans despised this kind of small producers that capitalized on making exploitation movies instead of making art. It took a lot for you to stand up for yourself given that you were responsible for several mass killer movies. Curious, isn't it? Evan's dealing with this kind of scum. You know what? You can keep it. Your talents are more in line with this trash than with our studio. Gee, thanks. I've proven I can be more than a slasher screenwriter. Let me remind you I was an Oscar nominee. So was Cher last year. Take it, my hand's getting tired. I wish you success in your career, Goldberg. Yeah, I bet you do. You'll need it. Hollywood is changing. It's not the 70s anymore. Goodbye. If there was ever a chance to touch heaven in Hollywood again, it's gone. You're surprised to realize, though, that spending the rest of your career stuck in the B-movies business is the last thing you're worried about right now. Peter Evans was an important figure to you, not only because he believed in your project and tried to move heaven and earth to get it made. Peter Evans was the man you wanted to become. Wealthy, well-connected, and able to bring top-tier movie projects to life. Now he's dead. By his own hand. Supposedly. How is it possible for someone who had everything they wanted in life to end up like this? You look at the letter Barry Landau just gave you. Dear Mr. Evans, I do know that what you are talking about indeed. I thus beg you to handle this in person. You will surely understand that this matter should be dealt with discreetly. Kind regards, Glenn Bishop. You marvel at Peter Evans' luxurious mansion and still can't come to terms with the fact of his suicide. You can't understand what one of the most powerful executives in Hollywood could need from one of the most insignificant production companies in Los Angeles. Without the project that could have put you back in the spotlight, with a script for a sequel that's going nowhere, and no desire to make anything else, you decide to delve into why someone like Evans did what he did. Hello, officer. Officer, sir. What happened in there? Nothing good. That guy, the movie guy, blew his brains out. You need to have a pair for that, don't you think? Do you know if he left a suicide note? You watch a lot of movies, don't you? Actually, I rate them. More than 90% of the people who commit suicide don't leave any notes. It's a myth. Still, did he leave one? Why are you asking all these questions? Are you a journalist? No, I'm a screenwriter, I already told you. Have you written something I may have watched? Does Melodies of Heaven ring any bells? Are you kidding? You wrote that movie? What a snoozer! Mary, my wife, made me go watch it with her. I fell asleep. And that's my review. It's okay. She liked it, though. I shouldn't be talking about this with you, you know? It's strictly police business. But to hell with that if I can tell Mary I've been talking to the writer of Melodies of Heaven. We're having some communication issues lately. This way we'll have something to talk about. As for the note, no, he didn't leave one. Anything else you want to know? I wonder if that's true that only, not like 90% of people who do that don't leave notes. I don't know. I watch a lot of crime shows, and I feel like almost, a lot of the cases I've seen where, you know, someone kills someone and tries to make it look like a suicide, a lot of times, like, it immediately tips them off that there was no note. So, I'm really not sure. Was it really a suicide? You mean whether someone murdered him and made it pass for a suicide, right? I can see your screenwriter's mind at work. I'm afraid to disappoint you. Everything seems to suggest suicide. No doors or windows forced. According to my colleagues, the position in which he was holding the rifle looked natural. Can I go in? Of course not. Don't know why I asked that. So why did you allow Barry Landau inside? Your friend, the one who just left? He's not my friend. Yeah, I saw how glad he was to get rid of you. Orders from above. He seems to have a good relationship with the boss. Is that legal? Letting a civilian into a crime scene? No way, he could tamper with the scene. Even take vital evidence. He did, right under your nose. He took some papers. And I'll file a complaint, don't worry about that. You could have denied him entry. I just told you. Orders from above. I'll file a Hey, how about we stop going in circles here? I'm aware the situation is anomalous, okay? Police corruption? Who would have thought? Um, don't know why he just straight up admitted it to me. What are you guarding exactly? The crime scene? I thought you all left once the place was sealed. Soon everyone will know a big fish from the movies blew his brains out and this place will be crawling with journos. I don't know if you know them, but these guys will jump over fences for the chance to take a picture. I don't like the idea of standing here like one of those living statues on Sunset Boulevard. My thing is patrolling, but orders from above. I'm leaving. Have a good day, sir. Well, my day's already going very shitty. I think it's too late for that. Rummaging through a patrol car in front of an officer of the law could be the worst idea you've come up with today. Sorry, I had to burp. Trying to climb the fence in front of a police officer, huh? Any of the crime you'd like to commit, Alan? Well, I'm most definitely getting in there one way or another, just not right now. So, why on earth would you buy an obelisk, Evans, you asked. Unabashedly, he replied, because I can. A police officer, police tape, a closed fence, and aversion to trouble are the factors dissuading you from trying to break into Peter Evans' home. Well, I will just be on my way. This was not a pleasant experience at all. Oh, you're back. Okay, take me to... Well, fly. I should go to Joe's. I wonder what I can do at Joe's Diner. I'm gonna go there first because it's just next on the list. Well, who do we have here? Crawled back out from your hole already? I see you're still in yours. Hey, Joe, doesn't this place have an admittance policy? Do you want me to kick him out, Vicky? Oh, this is a rat. Like, who is that talking? Why don't you like me here? Did I used to work here? What was that all about? I don't know what you're talking about. That dumb thing about the admission policy. Don't you have anything to say to me? Are you my ex? Good afternoon. Good? Oh, God. Don't you owe me an apology? A week ago, you were on a second date with Vicky. There you go. Despite the disaster that was the previous one, and it was worse. You got drunk and started blabbering away. You only remember ended up lying on the back seat of a taxi, soaked in the wine Vicky probably threw at you before running away, and a strong pain in your cheek. So, in these moments you wish you were at your typewriter with all the time in the world to think of all the possible answers your characters might give. You try to choose the right words to tell Vicky, but this page will probably end up in the trash can. Anyway, let's drop the subject, okay? What did I say? Don't you remember? I hadn't felt so insulted in my whole life, Alan. But what on earth did I say? I won't repeat it. Hearing once was enough. Keep it down, lovebirds. Are you going to tell me? It's not what you said, Alan. The problem is you did it again. You always manage to ruin a special night. I don't get your frustration, Alan. You're not that man just starting out in Hollywood anymore. That was years ago. You've got a job, you make a living, and you've tasted success. What else do you want? Do you want to know what frustration looks like? I've spent 5 years in Hollywood, and I haven't gotten a single part yet. I'm 35 and share an apartment with two 20-somethings. They've barely been here for 2 months, and one's already been on Cheers, and the other's a regular in the Colbys. And that doesn't prevent me from showing the ones I love some respect, you know? Alright, I'm sorry. I apologize if I offended you. What? What's that if? Of course you offended me. You're better at hurting people than at writing scripts, you know? And the worst thing about it is, God, I'm such an idiot that I'd hang out with you again tonight. But it's over, Alan. I don't need this kind of relationship in my life right now. I don't blame you for it. I can barely stand myself. Try to see life as it is, Alan. You have to pull your weight if you want things to work between us. For a moment you think about apologizing again. This time is a less apathetic and more sincere way. But you know it won't change Vicky's mind, so you decide to spare her the words. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Was there an... I didn't even read the dialogue options before clicking on the first one. Was there an option where I actually apologized to her? Have you been to any castings this week? 3. and it's always the same, either too young or too old. Why don't you get her into one of your movies? I tried. Twice. Associate producers get their lady friends in. I can't do anything about that. You're not pushing hard enough. That's not how it works, Joe. I'm just a screenwriter, and... But why am I explaining myself to you? Why are you barging in on our conversation? Because Vicky's worth a lot. She's a good actress. I know she's good. Very good. Yeah? If she was as good as you say, we'd already have seen her in that lunatic movie. Let it be, Joe. Alan is right. Why are you defending him? Are you so frustrated with him that you swallow everything he says? Excuses. If he'd wanted to, you would have been in one of his movies already. Please, Joe. It's your life and it's none of my business. Well, you haven't stopped meddling. I only want the best for my employees, okay? Is that clear? A boss that actually cares about his employees. What a concept. Can I know what I said during dinner? You should know. I should, but the thing is I don't. Then try to remember. Why do I have the feeling that's going to be a puzzle? I have to figure out what I said to her. Hey, Joe. Are you going to add me to the Wall of Fame? No offense, Alan, but you're no celebrity. You're a screenwriter. Can't a screenwriter be a celebrity? No. It's like taking a picture with a lighting technician. What about William Goldman? Don't you know him? No. See, a screenwriter can't be a celebrity. New machine? That one? Yeah, it's one of those modern thingamajigs with touch panels. It has quizzes for smartasses like you. It's not exactly a hit so far. Kids prefer to shoot spaceships. They're coming to change it tomorrow. If you want to try it out, do it today. But let me warn you, there are no prizes. Can I ask you a personal question? Probably not. Let's see. Are you happy in that kitchen? You're asking me if I'm happy? Well, you're here day and night, always completely soaked in sweat, and I thought, you thought. Mr. Hollywood thought. You don't think this is a decent job? Is that what you're suggesting? No, not at all. Look, Mr. Smartypants, I started in this business when I was 14. I spent my whole life working for others and putting up with everyone's shit. I always wanted to be my own boss and to open a place like this. That's always been my dream, and it's as worthy as yours of making it to the Mount Olympus of cinema legends, okay? I didn't mean to offend you, Joe. Bah. Okay, I'll be around. Aren't you gonna order a drink? No thanks. What's up, Mac? Wow, you're alive. I was already thinking that the police had knocked down your door and found the cat eating your corpse. I don't have a cat, I hate them. What don't you hate? Thought it'd be a good end for me. That would be a good end for me. Feeling optimistic today, are we? I'm glad to see you, friend. What can I help you with? What are you writing? A review of the new Twilight Zone? I already know what you're going to reply, but I know a couple of guys at CBS who owe me some favors. Are you interested in writing an episode for the series? You want me to work in TV? I don't want to end my days being a TV writer. Come on, Alan. TV is changing. Even William Friedkin directed an episode, and maybe in the future you'll have more freedom writing for TV than for the movies. I know practically everyone in the job, and you could shine there. I appreciate it, but I won't insist. But if you ever change your mind, here I am. Mac knows people, wordmonger. Maybe if you worked in TV, you wouldn't complain so much. Oh, shut up. What's wrong with writing for TV? Do they get paid less? I have no idea. I see somebody's happy to see me. Why wouldn't I? Okay, you mean Joe. He thinks highly of you, but you know him. Ah, you're referring to Vicky. I'm not meddling in other couples' affairs. We're not a couple. You would be if you weren't so... whatever. It's none of my business. Carry on with your thing. Do I know everyone here? You don't know any of the bands on there, but they're very popular with the kids. You have no idea who the Bangles are. Duran Duran sounds like a character from Barbarella, and you think the Cars is the worst possible name for a rock band. Joe doesn't consider you famous enough to take a picture with you. Do I know you? You don't need anything from Billy. Let him enjoy his burger. Apparently I know his name. Tread carefully if you don't want Joe to jump through the kitchen window and tear your arm off for messing around with the cash register. Can I get some pie? Sometimes you have a slice of that pie with your coffee, but you have already met your caffeine quota for today, so you don't feel like having any. You aren't hungry. I don't have a caffeine quota. Well, then again, I don't drink coffee. I'll drink soda, which is also terrible for me. The prices are the lowest in the block, a strategy born out of sending Vicky or Karen undercover to sniff around competitors' menus. You've never tried one of Joe's burgers, and you're not going to start with the 10-layer one. Got a lot of food here. Well, yeah, it's a restaurant, Emma. The arcade machine only works with coins. I don't have it. Do I have coins? Letter. Do I have coins in my wallet? You don't have any coins in your wallet, and the machine doesn't accept bills, much less credit cards. Crap. Can I go back here? Joe's gonna yell at me. Hey, wordmonger, there's nothing for you in there. Okay, I guess I'll go check out that studio then. Hello, new guy. Mind if I smoke? I mean, you're already smoking. It's a fan of cigar, the only good thing those communists have. Okay. Anyway, where to? It's very, very 80s. Flying saucer pictures. Oh, this is not existent. Sir. Hey, you know what happened here? Hey, friend. I don't know what they told you, buddy, but I don't sell anything. Nobody's told me anything. I don't even know who you are and what you do for a living. Though I can guess the latter. Oh, can you? What do you want, buddy? I think that's all. Okay, man. I can't find out what happened here. You don't need anything from Fred's pawn shop, but you know where to find it. Where to find one such store in case you need it. Can anyone help me? Those guys are acting sketchy. Casually, you position yourself to eavesdrop on them. Eavesdropping, yay! You pay attention to their conversation. Standing right behind you, very casually, incognito. Embarrassed, you step away from them when you realize the man on the right is trying to convince the other one that Missing in Action 2 was shot before the first part, but premiered afterwards. So, nothing relevant there. You wait next to the taxi sign for a free cab to come by. Can I? Oh, I didn't mean to leave. I'm sorry. Your face seems familiar. Haven't I given you a ride before? Yeah, I think so. We're just going back to the same. Just get in the taxi and get right back out. If this is the right address, there's no trace of flying saucer pictures here. So I can't do anything else. Maybe I should go talk to what's his name again in front of the, heard about Rock Hudson. Yes, I think I've heard of him. Ruskin Productions. My dude, did you hear what happened? Hi again, Mr. Smiles. No, I can't do anything? I've got things to do, Jack. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go talk to my friends upstairs. Guys, something wild happened. It's terrible. Are you busy? Always am. What do you need? Any ideas about the third act? You've never asked for advice on your scripts. That's interesting. What's the issue with the ending? The confrontation is identical to the original. Everything happens on the docks in exactly the same way. Let's see. We've got the Greer family, right? They have to do with the origins of the lunatic. We said we'd leave that for the next sequel. Don't worry about that. Just place the action there, reveal the origins of the character, and move the climax to the barn. They'll come up with something for the next one. Bingo. Problem solved. But you're not going to get around to it today. Any messages for me? A couple of Eliza fans called, oh boy. Did they now? What the hell do they want? To see you dead? Seriously, Alan, what did you do to that girl? Nothing. I just said in an interview that she doesn't care about horror movies. Just like you. In and that the only reason she's on TV is to show skin so her idiotic fans can jerk off. I remember that interview now. You foresaw a good career for her as a stripper if they canceled her show. Oh no, don't say that. Damn right. Always making friends. Any other messages? Yes. The guy from Astounding FX wants to meet you. The guys from Astounding FX want to meet you. Astounding FX? What the heck is that? They're the new makeup effects company we've hired for Lunatic 2. They're really good. Good for them. They've turned down working on the sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street, a make-out movie, just because you wrote it. Oh really? What an honor. Come on, Alan, don't be like that. Just stop by. They want to show you the new look for the Lunatic and get your thumbs up. They could make the Lunatic wear a William Shatner mask for all I care. Have Christopher give them the go-ahead. They're in high demand and they cut their rates to work on the film. So drop by, let them show you whatever they want to show you, and take a picture with them with that lovely forced smile of yours. Is that an order? No, but these guys deserve a thank you. Mark and Wayne are a charm. Do it for me, would you? Snort. Fine, I'll see what I can do. Cool, I got a new location. Any other messages for me? No one else called asking for you. Okay. I need to go clear my mind. It'll do you good. Alright, new location. Cool. My favorite screenwriter. How can I help? I already asked you that. See you. Alright. When you're ready, come see me. Ready for what? You know, don't sail. I think we already had... I don't know what thing. Did we already have this conversation? Whatever. I've been playing for, I think, over 20 minutes at this point, so I am going to stop it here, and next time we will go see the makeup effects people at that new location. And hopefully I won't be as in much pain next time. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.